like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, let me do this quick.
You sound like the guy from
like who?
Verizon. The guy that used to be with Verizon when you do it. That means you're good at commercials, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Go ahead, do it.
Scranton Road Promotional Marketing is a division of Scranton Road Ministries providing promotional products for you, your church, your business, or your organizational needs. To invest in the city and the kingdom, go to scrantonroadministries.org or scrantonroadpromo.org. You'll get things like this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very nervous doing this in front
and
of Iris because she does this better than I do, I'm sure. And we got our mug.
Yeah, yeah.
Who, since she came to visit us, she gets one too, brand new in the package. Thanks to Scranton Road for this. And to you for hanging out with us today.
Hola, David and Sheila and Kenny Santiago, who is Latino. He's actually a musician, has a video on YouTube. He says, "Hueva!" And Mike, dear friend, says, "Buenos dias, familia. Hope everyone had a great weekend." Mommy's on, so you better straighten up.
Your mother is here.
She just got on, so.
Milagros.
And she'll be checking you when I get
Reyes.
home. Why did Brian say that? Milagros.
I'm her favorite.
You
in
think
fact,
so, Mommy?
If
No.
we're being, well,
No.
she has to because you're here to say that. Do you have pastelitos in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, you guys make.
Pastelillos.
It's the same idea, right? Como los pastelitos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So her mother made me a whole bunch of these things when they came over to my house, and they were fantastic. And usually when you make something for someone, you bring it to their house, do you take it back home when there's leftovers? Or do you leave them the leftovers?
I leave them there.
No.
No, Jannelle took
She
all
don't
my
need all that.
pastelitos.
You don't need all that.
She left me the kind she didn't like. Didn't you?
Yeah.
She did. She left me the cheese ones, and she
But
took
I'm
them
gonna make it up because Mommy's gonna make sancocho, which is amazing.
You keep talking
right?
about
Y'all
this.
make sancocho.
Sancocho is delicious. Yeah.
It's like
I've never had
the
it.
best.
Yeah. It's better when it's a rainy day and when it's snowing
when
and it's
you're
hot because
sick.
it's like very hot and
Yeah.
it makes you sweat.
Yeah, it
With
does.
all the
So-
ingredients that are
Okay.
in there, yeah.
She's a cook, right?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Carne guisada.
Oh yeah.
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 What is that?
Beef stew.
Beef stew?
Yeah.
It's really
Okay.
good. Mommy said, "Felicidades, Iris, haber sido tan valiente en tomar esa decisión, que es un verdadero testimonio. Dios te bendiga. Buen trabajo, team." Right? All you got is team.
No, you
That's
know what
it.
she said? She said that she admires her decision to and her testimony.
Yes. And actually,
Great job.
she said, we're going to go together to the Hispanic restaurant, right? Or Latino restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Gracias. So she's going to be hanging out with Giselle and Mommy. Gracias.
Notice she didn't comment about Jannelle taking all my leftovers.
But whatever. Hi, Eva. Hi, David. David, hashtag Team Brian Worldwide, says, "Brian, are there short sleeve shirts like the one you're wearing?"
I don't know. I am not in charge of that or anything, really.
You just...
I'm barely in charge of myself. These are special products made for us by Scranton Road Promotional Marketing. Right now, we don't have a store for the show. We want to do that.
Yes, we do. I keep telling them. They don't listen to me.
No, they don't listen to me either. There's talk, but at this point, there's no store online yet.
So Kenny Santiago says, "Mi familia en Dios. I'm an actor. Iris, tell them we family. And you first heard Moody at my house." Who's Kenny?
Kenny, he is an actor, and
So not musician.
No, he's an actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And
So
so
you're wrong.
you were. I know. I
His
was.
parents are pastors in Lorraine.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
you were at his house. Are you guys cousins or?
No, we're
Okay,
a
just
family
friends.
in Christ.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
I
you're
know
way
Kenny
off
for
base.
so many
Way
years.
off, not paying attention.
I know him for so many years.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And he introduced you to us. Is that what he's saying? I think that's what he was claiming, isn't it?
That you first heard Moody at his house.
Oh, maybe that's where it was because I don't remember.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Eva says, "Welcome, Iris." Brian, we were continuing a conversation from on air about recognizing God's voice when you leave a job.
Yeah, because if you missed it, she was talking with us about how, if you don't know this, she was the morning radio personality on, is it the only Spanish language station?
The only Spanish station. Yeah.
There's
The
another
only
one
one.
now. There's
Yeah.
another one now. Is like small, but when it came out for years, it was the only.
It was
one.
called La Mega.
Yeah, La Mega.
big time.
And she was the morning show host. And she just felt the Lord calling her for a while that it may not be what she's supposed to be doing. And so just a couple weeks ago, while listening to us, she ultimately felt like God was confirming her decision. It's time to go. And so she's recently not the morning show host there, but you're in the presence of celebrity
That's right.
here from local radio. So we're grateful that you're here today. And she said that she had to make that call. And so what we were trying to figure out from her was exactly what was it that God was using to say, no, you need to go. Because not everybody is called to leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are called to persevere in the midst of what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think your situation was unique.
Yeah.
And why is it? Because you guys came up with why she was left with no choice. Can you share that?
Yeah. For 5 years, I had this awesome program director, Daniel Melendez, and Daniel feared God.
Mm-hmm.
So he used to let me be, he used to let me do my show, and I didn't have to make comments on music or support that type of music and none of that. But then after he left La Mega, everything totally changed. And I had a new program director who's totally the opposite of Daniel. So they were forcing me pretty much to do things that I wasn't quite happy about,
And endorse things that were against your convictions, including on social media, which is
yeah. And the first time I knew it was for me time to go, this was October of 2019.
Wow. So you had a long time of feeling
Yes.
that
Did something happen?
Yes, something happened there. They wanted me to dress for Halloween, to do a photo shoot with the whole crew from Columbus, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. And I said, that's against my values, my beliefs. I don't want to do this. And they were still insisting, you work for us, you belong to us. It's like I was their slave, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I felt bad, and I started crying. I said, I've been doing this for so many years, and nobody forced me to do this until now. So I said, no, I'm not going to do it. If you want to fire me, then fire me. And that's when the battle actually started between me and him. So it was like, after that, it was like January. He said, we got to do other type of pictures. We got to take other type of pictures. But you guys need to come dress as in Mexico, we celebrate El Día del Niño. Mm-hmm. So he still wanted me to dress as something.
For Christmas? Are you talking about El Día del Niño? What is that?
El Día del Niño, that's, we celebrate kids.
Oh, see, yeah, it's like Children's Day here in June.
Yeah, but it's not it's in March.
Okay, yeah.
And he said, like, he wanted me to be dressed.
So he was again playing that same game of you need to dress up.
Exactly. Yeah. He's like, oh, this is not Halloween, but you still have to come here now and dress because you need to do this for St. Valentine's Day too. Oh, you need to come dressed like this. And I said, you know what? This is more than just a job. For me, this is a spiritual battle that I'm fighting right now. And that's when I started asking God, you need to guide me because I feel some type of way now. And then God opened my spiritual eyes.
Oh, wow.
So I was there for a purpose. God was forming me while I was there because I learned so many things. I learned how to run the board, how to do production, how to do so many things. So, I mean, that's something great.
Yeah,
something great came out of all this.
And you were there 6 years, correct?
Exactly 6 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Mike says, good for you, Edie. Betty Arroyo says, buenos dias. And Kenny says, God's grace and blessings. Mike says he makes chicken and rice Spanish style.
But he said before, he said it, arroz con pollo.
I learned to make arroz con pollo from my abuela. In our country, it's la bandera nacional, arroz con pollo guisado y habichuela. Okay. Do you guys have something like that in Puerto Rico?
No, we have the arroz con gandules. And
do you consider that like the bandera?
Yeah,
that's okay. Arroz con guandules, right?
Gandules.
Oh, that's cool. Sara says, praise God, Jannelle, you need to pray in Spanish more. I have been blessed by Sister Edie and her testimony. God is awesome.
Praise God.
Yeah, and Mike agrees. Amazing testimony of your spiritual sensitivity.
Well, and you also mentioned something your daughter said to you, right? After one of the shows you did?
Mm-hmm.
Could you share that story again?
Yeah. Well, she was questioning me about a song that Bad Bunny. It's a rapper in Puerto Rico. He's very young, and he's an influencer too to the youth. And his songs are like the worst you can hear in this world.
They're terrible.
The content, yes. And one day we were sitting down eating on the table, and she mentioned, "Mom, why are you promoting this? You know, you're so kind, you're so loving, you have God in your heart, and then this guy is bad. You know, have you really heard his lyrics?" They were questioning me.
Wow.
And I felt so terrible.
Your oldest, the one that's married, was it her?
Yeah. Crystal. And see, all those little things, you know, made me, make this choice.
Yeah. And you
because
said it was...
my husband is different. He support me all the way. You know, I believe in you. I believe in your knowledge, and I know whatever you want to do, I support you.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Sounds like Len and me, really.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome, guys. He doesn't need any help as a husband. He's like, oh my gosh, that's me. No, Sarah, you are awesome. With Sarah, and always very supportive, which makes decisions like this when you're trusting God so helpful. Because when you don't have to fight in terms of convincing your husband.
But see, I think with that story in particular helps me solidify this, and it might help you too, that in this business, you can't say something after a song about how much you hate it. Like, we're in the business of playing music and getting excited about the music we play. And so she didn't have a choice on that. I don't think he had a choice about playing his music, I'd imagine, right? The program director decided for you?
Yes.
Yeah, see? So not every job is like that. And I think this is particularly unique. And so you got to watch for those situations in your own life, I think.
Eva, okay.
Well, I wanted to ask too. So is Bad Bunny is the guy's name?
Bad Bunny.
Does that sound better in Spanish? Because Bad Bunny doesn't sound cool in English.
What is it? What is
but
it?
That's
in
how.
Oh,
That's how we call him, Bad Bunny.
Oh, okay. So
Conejito Malo.
That's his
Conejito
name?
Malo. Yeah.
What?
But it's Bad Bunny.
Oh.
That's his name.
yeah, but that does sound cooler. To say in
Conejito
Spanish.
Malo?
Right. Because it's in English.
Yeah, because like Bunny is just generally known for being bad.
Yeah.
They're cute and cuddly.
I know.
But maybe he did it on purpose.
Probably.
Because he's little, you said, right? Like he's a little kid or something.
No, well, he's like 20 something.
Oh.
Yeah, he's young. He's young.
Okay.
Betty, exactly, that's what I'm thinking. She says, una dominicana y la otra puertorriqueña. Ay de Brian. Love it. She's like, oh my goodness, Brian. David says, Edie's has her own show. Yes, she does. She's a morning show personality, a former with La Mega. Eva has her own story. She's saying, your story is amazing. I'm in that situation now from the point where I've been on the fence about leaving my job for over a year. I felt very overworked due to the lack of proper management and staffing. I kept feeling like I was being tested, and I persevered in everything. But then it came to a point where morality was in question and my spirit was constantly being stirred. COVID is not being handled properly, so I'm finally taking that leap of faith. Haven't just bought a house, but I feel like God is leading me somewhere else, moving in my faith. And I know you said her situation's special, but this happens a lot.
I think I don't think it happens a lot per se, but I think it happens.
Yeah.
I think so often God will give us choices because we're not choosing between Him and something else. We have a lot of freedom, I think, in our lives to do a lot of different things, but I think we all will face at some point that type of decision where it's a crossroads and we feel that conviction and we have to make a choice.
Yeah, and we have to trust the Lord.
Yes.
Eva, you have to trust the Lord. I recently bought a house. My house, I bought it last year. You know, and I was thinking, how am I going to pay the mortgage? How am I going to help my husband? And actually 3 weeks before I made that choice, I bought a new car. You know, I'm now making payments for a bigger car. But when you trust the Lord, you know, He'll be your provider. He's been providing for us like, I don't even, beyond explanation. I cannot explain it. Because we still have money, and I like to save money, so I have money saved up too. Thank God.
Brian, that's not Brian.
Not only that, I got the unemployment too, which that will help me. You know, while I'm I'm in the middle of creating something, and I can't talk about this, right now, because
But you're working on
it's
something.
in prayer. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
praying to God to guide me, but they'll know. You just have to follow me. First follow Jesus, then follow me.
Yeah, I get it.
And but like money wise, God has been taking care of everything. Even my kids. I have a 23-year-old, and he works for Cleveland Clinic, and he's actually graduating from nurse.
Oh, wow.
This coming year.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Yes. And he told me, Mom, don't worry about it. We got you. If you need something, we got you. You've been taking care of us for all these years. Now it's time for you to do the right thing. And we're going to be the providers if that's the case. My daughter, Crystal, too. And my 19-year-old just joined the Marines last Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
He told me, Mom, thank you. That was tough.
Hard.
Wow.
I'm sure you're proud, but it's really hard.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I'm super proud.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is too cool.
And he told me that too. He said, Mom, don't worry about it. You're trusting the Lord, but you have us too.
But see, to me,
So
it's...
I'm in peace.
Well,
I have
and-
peace of mind, and
I've wondered if it helps that you made an even bigger decision a number of years ago when you fled domestic violence in Puerto Rico for Pennsylvania. That was arguably harder.
yes.
And so once you do something bold and big for God like that, I think
And you see
the rest
how
of
he
it just
provides.
kind of,
Yeah.
like, it's still hard and scary, but you go, He took care of me before. He's going to take care of me again.
Amen.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But back then I was alone. It was just
I don't know how you
God
did that.
and me. But now I have my kids.
That's
And I
awesome.
have my husband.
Yeah.
So I feel more secure, and I have more support.
Betty says, Eva, God has blessed you with discernment. Continue to trust Him. He has plans. I'm praying He reveals it to you soon. Thank you guys for supporting each other. Hello to the people on YouTube. You can also join the conversation. Mike Carswell says, Buenas, Iris. Ella necesita comprar camisa de Scranton Road. Promotional marketing, por favor. Mi esposa habla español un poquito. Do you know what he said?
He said that she needs to go check out Scranton Road Promotional
And get a
Marketing,
t-shirt.
please. And his wife speaks Spanish, and he only speaks a little.
And get a t-shirt, she
Oh,
said.
there you go.
Watch out.
And Nidra says, does Edie's have an IT background to apply to the WCRF engineering vacancy?
Do you know RF and IT? I don't think that's your thing, right?
No.
Yeah, no, I wish, but no, I don't think so. Good point, though.
Mike has a
Thank
good
you.
question. Edie's, did you have discussions on COVID on your show? Is the Hispanic community point of view in that community similar to others?
It is similar to
So,
others.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, and see, that's one of my questions I was hoping you could talk to us about, because for those of us who don't speak Spanish, we're less connected to the Latino community in Northeast Ohio. I know this is a huge question, but give us a picture of the Latino community in Northeast Ohio. Like, what types of nationalities do we have here? What are passion points that we might not know about?
Yeah, 60% of our Hispanic community is Puerto Ricans. They're Puerto Ricans. And we have like a 20% that are Mexicans, and then the rest are just South
Other.
Americans.
So, like, she represents Dominican Republic, essentially?
The whole
Oh,
thing,
my-
exactly, the whole population. There's some, I've heard. I mean, enough where there's restaurants, Dominican
Oh
restaurants.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's some.
But not even close. There's
But
more
the
Dominicans in
majority are
Columbus.
Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
So now, what are some of those passion point issues that you think are unique to the Latino community here that I might not know about? Or would you say it all is just pretty uniform?
It is.
What affects us in Northeast Ohio transcends that.
Yes, it is pretty uniform. Yeah, poverty and I mean, it's hard for me to say in
It's
English
big, I
because
know, but-
I'm thinking in Spanish,
Yeah,
so I can speak
Yeah.
in English. But it's pretty similar. Yeah.
And she can help you in Spanish. I'm not offended if you talk to her in
Yeah,
Spanish.
podemos hablar y así hablamos de él, que él necesita mejorar.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know?
I'm guapo y inteligente. Yeah.
David says, why do you call her Eddie? Her name in
Edie.
Spanish is Iris, and it sounds maybe kind of, that's why you think, but it's either Iris in Spanish or Iris. Theola, good morning. Love you, Theola. Mike is responding to Kenny. Says, I found after making that difficult decision, it feels like 1,000 pounds of weight is taken off me.
Yeah.
That's probably what you feel in terms of, because he said it's been a journey. Somebody said the show goes too fast.
What show?
Brian, our show.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah.
I think that's a compliment, but maybe they're
And
not.
Rhonda says, so wonderful to hear Edith's testimony this morning. She looks too young to be a grandma. Can you tell us about your grandchild, his name, and we haven't shared about her daughter and the journey she's going on.
Yeah. Well, my grandson's name is Israel, so we name him after Israel, and he's a year old. He is, oh my God, he's mine. I keep telling my daughter, if you go to Nevada, please leave him here because he looks so much. You know, we're Puerto Ricans, but we have the little Asian in us.
Oh yeah.
So he's very like Asian. And people ask me if that's my son.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
My daughter looks so young, but she's 20 years old. And so I'm glad they're all under my roof right now. Well, until last week that my son Lando left to the military. And I needed them now. See? Because she was living in her own place until like March. That's when Hector, her husband, left. But this was the time that I needed all of them under my roof. I needed that support. Because if not, I believe that I would continue with La Mega.
For fear of the change, you're thinking?
Yes. Yeah. And then you adapt to some things. You know, you get used to, do certain things.
Yeah.
But then my heart wasn't there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Robert says, welcome to the station, Edie's wonderful testimony. For your information, I'm Brian and Jannelle's older and wiser brother. I'll take that because he didn't have a sister. So.
Definitely older.
Deborah says,
Robert.
do you have a picture of Israel you can show us now?
Oh, picture of Israel?
On your
phone?
Mike says it's a delightful discussion today to start off the week. You were going to say something, Brian?
No, I'm just adjusting our volume a little bit here. We had someone say we're a little quiet.
And what's up, YouTube? Y'all click subscribe. Click subscribe. It helps the ministry and it keeps you connected. Betty Arroyo says, Iris, you are beaming when you share about Israel. I have a grandson, Israel, too. Aww. That's super cool. Let me see, Nidra. Make sure to go and follow Edie's Milagros. I don't have anything.
That's your mom.
Milagros. She's in charge. She's watching you.
She never commented
He
because
better not mess with my daughter.
She's about to chastise you for taking all of my leftovers.
I'm her favorite.
Oh, you need to try the pastelilla.
Yes.
So you made something for us?
Oh, Adrian
I
says,
didn't bake that, but
happy Monday, # Team Jannelle in the house. I just needed to share that because,
Yeah, whatever. Did you find a picture?
Gosh.
I'm looking for a picture.
Hi, Adrian, my girl.
Ooh.
Are you registered for Renew? All the ladies in the house, go register for Renew Conference. Text the word Renew to 440-546-2255. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so bring it over here.
He is adorable. Ven, enséñalo ya en la cámara.
Oh, so cute. Oh, my goodness.
Adorable. I can see what people say. He does look like
so cute.
Janice says, Iris, me gustaría conectarme contigo y saber más sobre tu experiencia como madre con un hijo con epilepsia. Somebody saying about connecting with her about her son with epilepsy.
Yeah, my oldest son has epilepsy. Yeah. His is controlled with medication. We didn't get that far in your discussion. Is it controlled with medication?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, we're actually cutting on his medication by faith. And we've been doing this for a couple of years. Slowly reducing it? Yes. Because some kids grow out of it. I heard.
Yeah. Of course you know this. I mean, I'm agreeing with you on that. Yeah. We're going to start doing that soon with my son.
You're not taking both, by the way. I don't know what you're doing over there, but I'm bringing one home.
So, Iris brought us these wonderful treats. I just want you to be jealous.
Yeah.
So here you go. And so
Brian
explain
always
this
wants
to
to
us.
take everything.
What's going on here?
Well, you know what? Those are pastelillos, and what they have inside is guava.
Yeah.
We call it pasta de guayaba.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a fruit.
Yeah,
Guayaba.
the two on the top.
It's like jelly.
Yeah, and then
No, not even close. It's guayaba.
Yeah, it's really good.
So
it's
what's
better
the
than jelly.
So
but
it's
it's
not
like
jelly.
it's pasty. It sounds como que it's more pasty than
yes.
jelly. But it's from a fruit, guava.
And this is typical for us.
It's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, it's Puerto Rican.
So this is not Dominican.
No.
You ever had this?
But
No.
you know what? People get confused because we call this pastelillos. And then the empanadas,
Yeah.
we also call it in some places in Puerto Rico, pastelillos as well. So when you mention pastelillo, it's either the pastries or the empanadas.
Because
But
you
it's-
call it pastelitos.
Pastelitos.
But it's meat or like we.
The ones
it's
you,
not a
you
dessert.
took from me? The
Yeah,
ones you
that
stole?
one.
Those? Yeah.
Steph on YouTube, what's up? He says, I'm so happy you're on YouTube Live. I'm not on Facebook. Well, hello. We're on YouTube every single day. So, Steph, below, hit subscribe
So I'm
and
taking this
share.
Yeah.
I'm taking this
He's
one.
going to get
Wow,
dirty
that's
now.
a nice size. Whew, my kids are going to get in a fight
All right.
for that.
Should I really rub it in here? Come up real close. Mmm.
Uh-oh. What do you think about it? Brian, goodness gracious.
It's
It's
good
good.
with a cup of milk. Oh my God,
No, it's
so
good.
delicious.
I like
David
it.
says now he's hungry. And Robert says it's sweet and good. Kenny Santiago dice delicious. Eat
Robert
it, Brian.
doesn't know? How does Robert know?
Rob, have you tasted this?
You are not Puerto Rican, Rob. I know that. I know
Wow,
you're not Puerto
he's
Rican.
probably been around and went to a
He's
restaurant.
probably to Caribe Bakery
Oh, exactly.
or Las Villas. There's only two.
I don't think he has. Like
No,
Rob.
he lives in Canton.
No, Rob.
You're like, no. Rob, you gonna let him talk junk like that? That's crazy. So, what do you think, Brian? What's the verdict? 1
love
to
it.
10.
11.
11. Wow.
Good.
Once, by the way.
Epa! Good job.
All right, well.
Thank you, y'all. This was fun. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and check out Scranton Road Ministries promotional marketing. Their products are amazing, and they make our mug and T-shirts and all that.
And again, go to ScrantonRoadMinistries.org or ScrantonRoadPromo.org and follow our good friend Iris on social
Yes,
media. How do they
please.
find you?
Iris B. Martinez.
Okay, great.
And before we go, Rob says, yes, I'm more Puerto Rican than you, Brian.
Rob, you are black.
Rod
Rob,
says,
you are not Puerto Rican in any way.
Rod says, looks like she could handle Brian with little difficulty. Everybody could handle Brian. Rod says, I'm cultured. You came to Cleveland to learn,
Notice
Brian.
he didn't say he's Puerto Rican because he's not. He is black.
Bye, guys.
All right. See you later, family.